Have you ever thought that trading is an essential skill, just like learning to play the guitar, ride a bike, or for example, learn a foreign language? Let's imagine a situation you sit down behind the wheel of a car for the first time. You don't become a perfect driver right away. At first, it's scary, unclear on how to turn on the turn signals when you press the clutch. But over time, the movement becomes habitual. You start to feel the car and the road. It's the same with trading. At first, the amount of charts and analytics is intimidating, but gradually everything comes together into a system. First, you learn to see the market, analyze, make decisions, and more you practice, the more confident you become. Let's draw a parallel with learning a foreign language. For example, you start learning English. On the first day, you know 10 words. A week later, it's 50. But you still can't speak fluently. And what do beginners do? Many quit because it seems too difficult. But those who continue eventually start understanding movies without subtitles, reading books and communicating. It's the same in trading. At first, it seems like nothing is working out. Trades close differently than you wanted. Analysis is confusing. The charts are unclear. But if you continue step by step, after some time, understanding comes. Aha, I already see a pattern here. Here I can assess the probability. Here I understand it's better not to enter. And that's the moment you start feeling I'm coping. I'm starting to figure it out. And it's precisely this feeling that pushes you to move forward. Let's be honest, most people give up too quickly. They think, well, I'll try for a week. If it works, great. If not, it's not for me. But you understand that no skill works like that, right? No one becomes a pianist in a week. No one goes on stage after 3 rehearsals. Trading requires practice. But the result, confidence, understanding, and experience comes precisely to those who didn't quit halfway. And here's the most important thing: to treat the process calmly. Don't expect miracles, just allow yourself to learn. Remember the gym. On the first day of training, all your muscles hurt. You think, why did I even come here? But a month passes and you already feel different. You gain strength, energy, and when you see the result in the mirror, you feel quite inspired. Online trading is no exception. The first steps are difficult because the brain resists. It's hard for it to perceive a lot of new information, but if you give yourself time and practice, the brain gets used to it, and everything seems scary and incomprehensible gradually becomes the norm. And you know, what's the advantage of trading? Unlike sports, where results are only visible after months, here, understanding starts coming much faster. But on one condition: if you are truly learning, not just clicking buttons and hoping for luck or not. But here's the seemingly simple truth: without practice, trading doesn't work. Yet many ignore it. It's like trying to learn to swim by only reading books. Yes, you'll know the technique, breathing, arm movements, but you'll never get into the water. And real skill only appears where you face reality. In trading, you can do this on a demo account. It's a tool that allows you to try and make mistakes, test your ideas without risking real money. Many beginners ignore this stage, confident they won't lose their money. A demo account is your training ground. Here you study the interface, test strategies, analyze mistakes, and the more seriously you approach training, the easier it will be later to work on a real account. The key is to understand the mistakes you make go into your experience bank. After all, it's through mistakes that a person learns. No one starts perfectly. Even the most experienced traders remember their first trades, and far from all of them were successful. It's important to note what went wrong. Why did you open the trade? What did the chart say? Where did you make a mistake in the analysis? When you start analyzing your steps, the real learning process begins. Here's what I've noticed. Beginners today are very ambitious. They immediately want to grab everything at once. It seems to them the more indicators, the better. In the end, their eyes glaze over, and instead of understanding, there is complete confusion. It's better to move in small steps. First, learn to work with a simple chart, then add one indicator, then another, And only when you feel confident, move on. And if you want to build serious strategies, first, learn to see the basics, support and resistance, simple patterns, the fundamentals of analysis, and only then delve into the complex. And here, many a question: where to get good information? I understand you perfectly. When you start, there's a ton of information around, and often it's presented in a way that only scares beginners more. That's why, for you, I've created a Telegram channel where I post useful material, analysis, real examples. Everything is as simple and to the point as possible. And by the way, to make it more interesting for you, I regularly hold giveaways. You can win access to additional materials and training that really help improve your skill. So, if you're not subscribed yet, be sure to check it out. But now, let's get back to our topic, perceiving trading as a skill. We must understand that it requires discipline. It doesn't matter how much time you're willing to spend. Let it be an hour a day or 2 hours every other day. What's important is that it's regular. Because it's regular, that turns knowledge into experience, and experience, in turn, into small nuance. The market always evokes emotions: joy, fear, excitement, doubt. And if you give in to emotions, you lose control. We all know if you want a result, you need to stick to the plan. If you deviate, everything falls apart. That's why it's very important to write down rules for yourself in advance. Where I enter, where I exit, what I don't do under any conditions, and follow them. We can talk for a long time about trading works, but nothing explains it better than a real example. So let's move away from the words and see what it looks like in practice. First trade, AUD, CAD, OTC. We look at the chart and see that the RSI has reached the 70 level. This signals a possible reversal downwards for us. We open a short position for 70, and the trade went into profit. Great start. Let's continue looking for new opportunities. We find roughly a similar situation on the GBP AUD OTC. We also see the RSI approaching 70 and beginning of a small reversal on it. Confirmation of this is the start of a red candle from where we open a short trade for $70. And again, a profit. We move forward confidently. Next, we move to the NZD JPY OTC. We see that the chart may continue to decline, but the RSI has also come to low values. An additional signal that it will soon bounce back is given by the EMA 200. We decide to open a trade for 1 minute, also for 70. Alas, this trade went into a loss, but it's not a disaster. At this stage, you can't give up and quit everything. We try again. The chart breaks through the EMI 200 and starts moving upwards. From here, we can cover the loss. We open a long trade for 140. And again, a loss. But we learn from mistakes. Now we take a small pause. Wait for a small pullback on the chart. And here's the moment when the chart's slowly turning around. On the same chart, we see a small reversal. We rest on the value of the last candle. The RSI is still low, so we can open a trade at $323. All the money we have. A 100% trade that will definitely go into profit. And the trade went into profit. Victory. You've seen how it happens. Notice that everything is as transparent as possible. This is the essence of trading as a skill. It's not about guessing and hitting the jackpot. It's about consistently working through steps, analyzing and making decisions, recording the result and learning from it. Trading is a skill, and like any skill, it requires time, patience and practice. We've drawn parallels with language, sports, music. The essence is the same everywhere, step by step. With small efforts, you create a foundation on which confidence is built. Mistakes are inevitable, but it's not a defeat. It's a lesson, discipline, and systematically helping maintain the course. And practice turns theory into real experience. Friends, if you want to continue developing in trading, you can't find a source where all the useful and verified information is gathered, then I've created a Telegram channel specially for you. There, you will find materials to reinforce everything we've talked about, as well as analysis, live examples, and training tips. All of this is done to help you improve your trading skill faster. So, click the link down below under the video, subscribe, and continue your journey with me. And I thank you for watching this video to the end. Thanks for your attention, and see you in the next video.